Okay guys, so we have another video here today, and you probably remember this lantern. I used it to make some fall decor, so I've done a fall video using this lantern, and it is just a black lantern that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. It was only $10, and so I got it. It's about 24 inches high, between 20 and 24 inches high. I didn't measure it, but it's a nice size lantern. And so what I'm going to do is I want to decorate it for Christmas. So I have some of this greenery here. Whoops. And I had gotten this greenery back in the spring, and it was a long garland that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I got it half off. And I cut it into different sizes because I use it for different things. So I have this piece here, and this is about 18 inches long. And I have one little poinsettia pick, and I love this red. I think this red is just so vibrant and pretty. So I got the red. And then I got a couple little Christmas sprigs here from Hobby Lobby as well. And all of their Christmas is half off right now. I keep bumping this and moving it. And then I got this pick here, and this pick here has some evergreen and some berries and some magnolia leaves on it. So we're gonna have a lot going on, and I'm going to use 3 different ribbons with this lantern here. So I got some Dollar Tree ribbon here, and I thought this was really pretty. It says Merry Christmas. And then I just got some plain red. And then, just to give it a little, a little something else for color, I got some of this buffalo check ribbon. And this was in the fall section this season from Hobby Lobby. It's just wired white buffalo check ribbon, that's all. And then the other ribbons, they're wired also. So starting off with this, just so you know, I took some spray. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but I took some of the Opalesque glitter spray, and I sprayed this down with it, and you can get it from Hobby Lobby. It's just the glitter spray. You get it, it's with all the craft paints. And so now these have a nice little shimmer to them. So they've got a nice little bit of a wintry shimmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking it and wrapping some of it around the top, just like you see here. Now I'm not using any glue because I want to be able to take it apart, because I want to be able to use this lantern for other holidays. So I'm just taking a zip tie here, and all I'm going to do is zip tie this to my lantern. And I got the black zip ties from Dollar Tree because the lantern is black and it'll camouflage. So we have it wrapped around here just like this, as you can see, and then just going to clip the ends off so I don't poke my eye out. So it was a little that could have been dangerous. And then I'm going to, I want this to trail down, but I want to control it. I want to control the trail. So I'm going to take another zip tie, and I'm just going to go underneath some of the foliage there, and I'm just going to zip tie it nice and tight to one of the legs of the lantern. And that's just going to hold it where I want it to go, because I really think it's pretty when things trail down, especially greenery. I just think that's really pretty and festive. So I'm going to control it going all the way down, because I am going to add more greenery to this. So I just want to make sure that it's not flopping around. So just taking another zip tie and taking care of that. So I'm trying to just use my black zip ties with this craft because again, the lantern is black, And I also want to make sure that if I decide to like put this outside or something, if it's windy, because you guys know I don't have a covered porch, I get lots of wind. I don't want it to move anywhere or go anywhere. So I'm gonna add in one more zip tie, guys, because again, I just don't want this to get damaged or I don't want my greenery to go out of place or anything if it's outside and say there's a lot of wind. We get a lot of wind up here in winter, so just gonna take care of that like that. Okay, so we have our lantern now, and it's also easier for me to show it to you. So I have it all on there. I have it all zip tied where I want it to go, and it's trailing down, as you can see. So just putting it here, just like this. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, the first thing I want to do is I want to put on my poinsettia. So I'm just going to take my poinsettia, and I didn't cut the stem yet. I might cut it. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to or not. But I'm just going to take it here, and I'm just going to wrap it around because it is a wire stem, and I'm just wrapping it around the stem of the greenery, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So since my greenery is zip tied on and it's very secure, I took the poinsettia and I wrapped the stem of the poinsettia around the greenery, and now the poinsettia is on there and it is very secure as well. So they're helping each other out here. So I want him to be just a little over to the side. There we go. So we have our poinsettia on. And before I go any further, I want to take this other pick here, and this is, it's an evergreen, but it's really soft. It's a pick from Hobby Lobby, and I just think that it looks so realistic. I love when this comes out. I try to get a lot of it if I can. So I am just going to take this and I'm going to cut it into a couple of different pieces. And I am going to put it up here. And I'm just letting the greenery hold each other into place, because it is all nice and snug up here. Okay. So then once I have it on and it's secure, I'm just going to spread some of these leaves out, some of these branches out, I should say, just like this. All right. So then now you can see the evergreen coming through with this greenery here. And my poinsettia is moving, so I'm going to move my poinsettia back a little bit. I bumped him, so of course he moved. So there, we have him back. He is back in place, so we got him there. I don't want him straight on. I kind of want him off to the side. So there we go. And we want our leaves. We want our leaves to be where we want them. Okay. So we have that there. Y'all know I fiddle. I fiddle with stuff. So here we go. I'm going to take the other, another piece of that evergreen pick, and I'm just going to stick him over here because I don't want everything to just be on one side. I want it to, you know, kind of cascade over a little bit. Okay. So I'm just tucking him under the greenery. Now, if you were, you know, going to use this and keep it and use it for Christmas all year, you know, like all different holidays of Christmas, you know, you could, you know, use hot glue. I'm not using hot glue because this is like my go-to lantern that I decorate for every holiday. So I don't want to have, you know, all these glue remnants all over it. So that's why I'm using the stems to hold each other into place. Okay, so now I'm just going to take some more of this greenery here. I'm going to take off the price tag first. And, oh, sometimes they don't want to come off. Oh my goodness, he was really on there. There we go. Okay. So we got that off of there. Put my little trash pile over here. I try to keep things nice and neat when I'm crafting, guys. It just kind of helps me keep things together if it's all nice and neat. Okay, so now I'm going to take this other piece of greenery. See how I'm just kind of cutting them into pieces off the stem? And I'm going to take him up here. And all I'm doing is I'm tucking him under the stem of the first greenery that we put on. And then he's just hanging down. So I'm using the stems of both greenery to hold each other secure in place. And then I'm going to do the same with this last piece here. And you just have to find that spot, guys. Just like with the wreaths, you know, when we do our no glue wreaths, you just have to find that spot that feels right, where it feels like, okay, it's secure, it's not going to move from here. And you'll find it. It won't be, it's not difficult. You will find it. I'm not happy with him there. I want him a little bit more over here. Okay. So let me just bend him a little bit. I love the ones that bend. I love the greenery that has the wire that really bends nicely. Okay. So we're gonna get him back in there. And there we go. Oh, and he feels very secure up there with that little bunch. Okay. Hi, Puka. That's my little pupper saying hello to the neighbors. All right, guys, so this is what we have so far, just showing you. We have our greenery, we have our poinsettia, we have our greenery draping down just like that. And it's all nice and secure. Okay, guys, so we have all that. And so now what I'm going to do is, and oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, because I sprayed this with that opalesque glitter spray, it really stunk. It was bad. It's really pretty, but the smell is pretty rough. So I took it outside. I kind of shook it around to air it out. It also helped it dry really fast. And then what I did was I opened up two windows in my kitchen. So I've got two windows open. I got my fan on, nice cross breeze, just so you guys know that if you're using these glitter sprays and all that stuff, since it is the holidays, just make sure you have proper ventilation, okay? Because I'm sure it's not healthy to breathe this stuff in. So just please make sure you've got ventilation. All right. My mom moment is over. Moving on. So I'm gonna take this this pick right here, and this pick was only $4.99, and it was half off. So then it was only $2.50, and then this pick that I used was only hold on, I don't have my glasses on. Oh goodness, what does that say? I think it's $3.99, but it was half off too. So we got that, and I had the greenery on hand, and I have used this greenery, guys, so many times. And the fact that it's got a little bit of this opalesque glitter on it, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm still gonna use it in the spring and in the summer, so it's totally fine. Now, I had this pick from last year. I don't remember how much it was, okay? I'm sorry. But they do have a lot of poinsettia picks at Hobby Lobby right now, and again, all their Christmas is half off, so however much it is, it's going to be very inexpensive, so because it's half off. So okay, so I'm going to take this pick here, and I'm just going to take out the magnolia leaves. I think they're magnolia leaves. There's no magnolia flowers on this pick, but I'm pretty sure that these are magnolia leaves. And let me just move him over here so you can see what I'm doing. Just kind of pulling him down, Sometimes it's really easy to take these picks apart because that's what I do with them most of the time. I don't do it all the time, but I do it most of the time. And it's usually a lot easier. But sometimes, you know, they're just in there really good and you just kind of have to cut the floral tape a little bit to get yourself a tail, because we want to get a little tail on this guy so that we can wrap him around the stem of our greenery. And I thought if I pulled the leaf off, I could get the paper off. And you know, the only thing that I have to say is that I wish they would put the price tags maybe in a different spot so that they're easier to get off, because they stick to that paper, that floral paper, the floral tape. It's kind of a papery like tape, and sometimes it's really hard to get the price tags off. Okay, moving on. So I'm just gonna take one of these really pretty magnolia leaves. Now, you know what? I think I'm gonna hold off, and I think I'm gonna put this one on after I get my bow on, because I don't want my bow to cover up these leaves. They're really pretty. They're really big, they're very, very green, and they're very pretty. So I don't want them to be covered up. This one really doesn't want to come. Sometimes they're really easy to take apart, guys, and sometimes they're just not. But I think I got enough of it to where I can clip it off. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is, and of course he came out. Let me put him back in there. Okay. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to take him and I'm just going to put him over here. And once again, just tucking him up in there, nice and secure. Just gonna bend him around. There we go. So we have our magnolia leaf coming down there because I just think he's really pretty. And if my ribbon covers him up, then all I can do is just take him out and put him back in if I feel like my ribbon is covering him up too much. Okay, so now we're gonna work with the top here. I wanna make sure it's in frame good enough for you. And I'm just going to take off the berries. It came with these little berries here. And so before I show you guys the final project, you see where sometimes you buy these picks and like the berries, the styrofoam is showing through. Just take a little bit of craft paint and a Q-tip and you can just dab it on there, and then it's, you know, it's red. So before I show you the final thing here, the final project here, I'm gonna get a Q-tip and I'm gonna dab some red craft paint on here so that you don't see any of that white styrofoam, because that really bugs me. Okay, so I'm gonna take this guy here and I'm gonna tuck him up here underneath the evergreen. There we go. Okay, so then now we have our berries on, and it's really starting to look pretty, guys. And I'm going to show you the final project here in just a couple moments. And I'm going to now take one of the other evergreen picks. These picks right here, they kind of look like bottle brush trees almost. Like you could turn them upside down. You know what I mean? Like if you turn them upside down, it'd be like a bottle brush tree. That's another idea, huh? So, okay. So I'm just gonna take him and I think I'm gonna put him over here on this side of my lantern. I don't want too much trailing down because I'm gonna have on my ribbon is going to be coming down as well. So, you know, we just want to make sure that we have things spaced out and it's not, you know, just, I don't want everything in one area. I want it kind of, you know, spread out and looking nice and pretty, all nice and spread out. I think you guys know what I mean. Sometimes I'm like, did I say that right? did I explain that right? And then I'm like, oh, I hope they know what I'm talking about. So when you see it, hopefully it'll all click. Okay, so now we have our other little piece of evergreen on here. We've got all of our pieces on, and see, nothing's falling. I'm shaking it, we're giving it a little shake, nothing's falling. It's all nice and secure, and there's no hot glue involved. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm gonna put my bow here, and then I'm gonna have my legs coming down, because that's just how I'm gonna do it. And then we're gonna add on our other two pieces. We're gonna add in our leaf and then our other piece of evergreen after I get the bow on, because I don't want the bow to cover these guys up. Even your greenery is part of your project. Don't think that the greenery is just a backdrop. It's not. It's not, especially when it's really attractive greenery. You want it to show. So what I'm going to start with here is just this red. Just going to peel them on out. You know, I never looked. How much ribbon do you get with the Dollar Tree ribbon? Why have I never looked at this? It says 108 inches. That's pretty good. 108 inches. I knew it went a long way. I just never happened to look. So there's one, and there's two, and I'm just gonna pull it out 2.5. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 2.5. Cut it just like that. Okay. And then we're just gonna get our ribbon started. Uh-oh. Dropped my, let's see, there, okay. I might have to add to it. If I cut it too short, I'll just add to it. So I'm just getting this going. And yeah, I think I might have cut it too short, guys. So it's okay. We'll figure it out. No worries. Just gonna get it started. And now this ribbon it's got a little bit of sparkle over here. And then, so that's why we have to twist, because there's the back side that's plain and then the sparkly side. So we have to twist so that you see the front of the ribbon. You know what, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't cut it too short. You know what, I don't think I did. I think we're okay. Well, you know what? Sometimes it takes me a while to make my mind up. So if I do that, I pull it down. Yeah, I think it's okay. Because what I'm gonna do is, I'll just add the legs later. In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So we're just gonna get our bow together here, just like this. Let me move him out of the way. So I'm just gonna get my bow here. Now I'm not gonna make a center of my bow yet, guys, because I'm adding more ribbon to this, okay? And I wanna make sure that, try to make sure that your loops are as much as the same size as you can. Okay, so I'm gonna add my legs afterwards because I'm going to add some more ribbon and then I'll add the legs. I hope that makes sense to you. I really do. Okay, so we're gonna cut him a little bit more because I love this Merry Christmas ribbon. I think it's so pretty. And I love the red and green colors. Okay. So we're just gonna do this. Oh wait, hold on, our wording's upside down. Hold on, gonna add them in the other way. Okay. I don't want the wording to be upside down. Even though I'm sure everyone knows what it says, I don't want it to be upside down. Okay, so we're just gonna wrap him in here and we're just gonna twist so that you see the front. Just gonna wrap him in like this. Do some more twisting, have a nice big old happy bow. Twist him a little bit more, just like this. Come on, Come on. All right. Got lots of loopies on this one. Lots of loopies. Okay, and we'll just leave that one there because that one's going to be a little short. Do I want to, maybe I will. All right, we got him on there. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. We got it. Okay, so I am going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to hold this bad boy together, okay? Just like this. And what I just did was I cut my pipe cleaner with my scissors. Don't do that. Don't do that. Cut your pipe cleaners with your wire cutters because it'll make your scissors last longer. But that just kind of seems to be like something I always forget to do. All right, guys. So I have him wrapped around just like this. Okay. I'm just going to clip him off like that. Just going to fluff my little pieces here. And this is really pretty together. Dollar Tree really has pretty ribbon. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look and see all of their ribbon, but they really have some pretty ribbon. Okay guys, so I just moved my little poinsettia flower. I have him on here so securely that it is hard to move anything. This is so secure the way I have it, and the way I have the wire from his stem and the greenery stem wrapped around each other. It is really hard to move him, but that is good because that is what's holding everything in place. So I'm going to take another pipe cleaner here and I'm going to get my bow started by putting my bow onto our lantern here. And I'm going to put him through. I'm going to have to move my poinsettia a little bit, but I put him through the wire piece on top. Okay, so we've got our bow over here, and maybe now you can see why I didn't want to put on that last bit of greenery, because the bow is really going to take precedence with it. Okay, so we have that on there just like that, just like this. It's a nice big happy, happy bow. Happy, happy bow. So what I'm going to do now is I love adding in this buffalo check farmhouse ribbon. I really do. I think it's so pretty and versatile, and it goes with like every holiday. So I'm just going to make another bow and I'm going to secure it to the original bow. And then we're going to get our leaves on here, the rest of our evergreen. We're going to put our little legs on our lantern, and then we are going to be done. And I think you guys are really going to like how pretty this is. And if you're just tuning in with me, thank you for stopping by and being here. I love doing decor. I'm so excited to be doing Christmas decor. And I love making florals and wreaths and centerpieces and all different kinds of crafts. I like all different kinds of styles. So if you're just tuning in, I really hope that you come back. I hope you subscribe. And I am getting a different camera here soon. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, so we got this on. And I am going to crinkle him a little bit. I'm not sure. Am I or am I not? I might. I might. We'll see. We shall see if that's what we decide to do. Let me just clip this little piece here. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so now I'm going to secure him onto our ribbon. We are almost done, friends. We are almost done. Okay, so now I'm just going to get him on here just like so. So you see him coming through. And just going to get him tied on here. See, this is what I'm talking about. the middle black loop, that's what I'm tying the bows to. I wanted to make sure I showed you guys in case you didn't know what I was talking about. I really try to explain things as best that I can. Sometimes it can be a little difficult. Okay, so we've got that there. All right, so he is on nice and secure as well. Now we gotta fiddle with him. Now we gotta fiddle with them all. Okay, so we have that taken care of, guys. So our bow is there. Our bow is all nice and on here. Just as you can see, this is what we have so far. Just trying to show you all different angles, just like that. All right, and then now what I'm going to do is I want to get my last bit of greenery on here. So I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna put my evergreen piece down here because I really want this other evergreen piece to be showing because it is really pretty. So I'm gonna tuck it in there just like this. And there we go. So he is on there, nice and secure, beautiful. So there we have that. I'm gonna take a nice video of this when we get it all together and put together, guys, and show you the final project here in just a couple minutes. It really turns out pretty. But you know, it does take a little bit of work and it does take a little bit of fiddling and it does take a little bit of patience. So now we're gonna do our little legs and I'm going to attach our little legs over here coming down, okay? So if I do it like, I don't want them to be the same size. Okay, so I think this will be good. So this one's gonna be probably the longest little leg. And then, yeah, we'll just end up using the rest of this bad boy here. Okay. So we've got that there. Gonna make that, okay. You know, if I do have a little bit left over, I always, like I tell you guys all the time, keep your scraps. Always keep your ribbon scraps, friends, because you know what? I want to put this one in the front because I want the buffalo check here against the red, just like this, okay? Yeah, but always keep your ribbon scraps because you just never know. There's so much you can do with all your little scraps. Even if you just keep all your ribbon scraps and make like a little garland, you know, you just take like a long piece of twine and just take all your ribbon scraps and just tie knots all across this piece of twine. You make your own little rag garland. That would be really pretty. Okay, so I don't have another pipe cleaner out here with me, so I'm going to take my little scrappy ones here and twist them together. But you know what? They're right behind me. Oh, good. I really didn't want to do that, but I said, well, I don't want to stop the camera if I don't have to. But they were right behind me. Yay! I love when things work out. I really do. All right, just going to twist this here. Just like this. And now this is going to be a little bit of the tricky part. Is going up under everything. I probably should have done this first in hindsight. But that's okay. We live and we learn. That's my motto, guys. We live and we learn. You know, maybe obviously next time I'll be like, oh yeah, put the ribbon on first, Holly. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck this under here. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just, you know, it would have been easier if I would have put it on first, but it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Just going to bring him around. Just going to bring him around town just like this. Working the pipe cleaner through just like so. All right, we got him. And then now we're just going to take the other piece of the pipe cleaner and we're just going to work him around. So let me turn this Let me turn it so that I can see what I'm doing here. All right, we got that piece there. And then we're going to, where are you? There he is, okay. We've got both of our pieces. Just gonna give him a little pull. And then we're gonna twist, and we got our little legs tied on here. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so we've got all this on. Everything is underneath the greenery. It's nice and neat. It's secure. This way, no matter what angle you are looking at, everything looks nice, and that is what we're going for. So just gonna tuck him down. There we go. Put him back in. All right. And just gonna get them all zhuzhed up. And then we're gonna work on our bows and our loops. Just gonna make sure that they're looking the way we want them to look and laying where we want them to lay. Just like you see here. It just takes a little time, and this is fun for me. This is what I like to do. Now, I will tell you guys that if you are, you know, like making a really elaborate decorated lantern like this, and it is going on your porch, you might want to think about some glue. If you get a lot of wind, or if you know, if you don't have a covered porch, you might want to think about using even just a couple drops of glue, okay? Because I wouldn't want you to work hard on something and then the wind blows it all over the place. That would be horrible, and I would feel awful for you if that happened. Okay, so we're gonna get this all going here. We're gonna get our legs all nice and happy and swirly. Okay guys, so just taking a taper candle, and I just take it and I'll wrap my ribbon around it and then just kind of pull it out, and then it just kind of helps curl it up a little bit more. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one here. Just going to take it down. You can do this with a taper candle. You can do it with a pencil. You can do it with whatever you have on hand to really get your ends to curl. And that's just what I'm doing. Okay, so we have that done like that, just like there, right there. Okay, and then pushing him down a little bit. Tucking everything in, just making sure everything is still nice and secure. All right guys, so we got that side of the ribbon done. So now I'm just going to add my other piece. I'm just gonna add him right back in. He's going right back into the same spot. And there we go. I just had to move him for a quick second so that I could get my ribbon on there the way I wanted. So he's back in there where he belongs, okay. And then now I'm just gonna work on this side here, and I'm just gonna get this ribbon here all nice and curled around. Guys, this turned out so pretty. I so hope you guys like this. So we have one more leaf here, and you know what? I was gonna put it up here, but I think I am gonna have him more coming down, trailing down over here, because I think I have a spot up here. It could use a little something. So this is the second magnolia leaf, and I'm just getting him up here into a little niche where he feels nice and secure. And there we have it. And there we have it, friends. All right, guys, so this is our lantern. This is how it turned out. There is all of our greenery, and there is our little red poinsettia. There's all of our bows. Look at that pretty big bow. And see how nice it looks from all angles? Everything is nice and secure. It looks pretty from all angles. I have 3 little candles in here, and they are flameless faux candles. They have the little birch covering on them. Whoops. There's our little ribbon. But this just turned out so pretty, guys, and there's no hot glue involved. I just used, again, I used the wires from the picks with the wires from the first greenery that we put on, and they're holding each other in place very well. And then here is our greenery that's just cascading all down from the top, but I'm moving upward just to show you, just to give you an up close. I really just want to show you how pretty this is, and how you can still make really beautiful crafts without using hot glue all the time. Now sometimes I do. If you've seen my other videos, then you know that sometimes I do use the glue, but lots of times I don't. And that way, you know, we can reuse things and, you know, just decorate for all different holidays without breaking the bank. I am out here in my sunroom at the moment because I wanted to show you it in the daylight with the natural light, because I just felt like this turned out so pretty. Really making me happy that the holidays are on their way. So guys, that is this video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope I gave you a lot of ideas. And until the next video, I hope you have a good day. I hope you're enjoying the season, and take care. I'll see you later.